Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I am vlogging from Munich, Germany today. I just had my German class and I asked my teacher to teach me phrases that Germans would use in their everyday life. Instead of learning like textbook phrases, I want to learn real German, and he taught me some phrases that I'm going to share with you in this video. So if you're interested, continue watching. Okay, we're going to study German. Zweiter Stock meiner Schule. Okay, when somebody burps at the table, Germans do this. Schulz machen.
Schulz.
In Russland machen wir so,
Ja, wir auch.
in der USA.
Entweder macht man so oder man macht so.
Aber in Deutschland macht man...
Beide.
Oh, beide?
So.
Okay. I was once crossing the street in front of the tram in Dresden, and the guy who was driving the tram was like, "You're crazy, Maria."
Ja, genau.
Oh, this is how I learned it. This is how I learned this gesture. With any language, there is the simple rule that you just have to relax. The last time I spoke German was back in 2010, 8 years ago when I studied in Dresden, and I haven't really used German for work or for studying for 8 years. And the thing is, when I started to think, oh, how do I translate this from English? How do I translate this from Russian? My German just stops. But when I was in the class today, I realized that I only want to speak German with my teacher and I need to relax. And when I relaxed and stopped translating everything in my head, somehow the German just started flowing. So it's all there in our head. What we need to do is just relax and let it flow. So happy with my German now. I'm gonna start with a very common phrase. I say "es ist okay" all the time, but a real German would say "Passt, schon." That's it. Passt schon, instead of saying "es ist okay." There are several ways to say goodbye in German. When you're saying Tschüss or Auf Wiedersehen, this is really common. But when you're talking to friends, you can say Bis dann or Bis später, which means I'll see you soon. And when you are doing your shopping, einkaufen, you will always hear Einen schönen Tag noch. This is the salesperson would tell you that in order first to say goodbye, second to be polite, and third to wish a good day. Einen schönen Tag noch. And this is another way to say goodbye in German. We are at a farmer's market today with a lot of people, and when you come to a shop and the salesperson wants to talk to you, they would say "Ja, bitte." This is a very simple way to ask whether somebody wants something. "Ja, bitte." When you want to be really, 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 really polite, and instead of asking "Was noch," which means "what else," the super polite way of saying that is, I'm gonna read it because it's a really long phrase. Was darf es sonst noch sein? No, really long. Was darf es noch sonst sein? This is a very polite way to ask what else. If you were ordering coffee, for example, you would be asked, wie hätten Sie denn gerne? Which means, which way would you like it? Either hot or cold. Something I want you to notice here is this word denn that Germans use in a lot of times. As my teacher explained to me, said that denn doesn't really have any meaning, but if you add it to a sentence, it sounds a lot more polite. So you can add it anywhere. This part of Germany is a little weird with the accent because German has so many accents. Something I'm hearing here is that, for example, in standard German, you would say richtig with the ha in the end. Here they say richtig. A little different. I'm not sure if I'm just hearing tourists here, but this is the impression after 24 hours in Munich. The next phrase, sowieso. One of my favorite phrases. I've learned it during my first year of studying German. And it's translated as anyway. Another phrase, maybe it exists in other languages, but I cannot really translate it into English. It's called doch, which is yes and no. For example, wir waren noch nicht in Deutschland. Doch, wir waren in Deutschland in 2011. What did I say right now? Somebody tells, we haven't been in Germany yet. And somebody else says, no, why don't you remember? We've been to Germany. So it's like yes and no. Unexplainable, but this is a German word. When you're saying something in an imperative way, for example, komm, come, or mach das, do this. In order to make it sound more polite, you can add mal. Komm mal, mach das mal. And when you add this mal, this makes the phrase more polite and you sound friendlier. One of the phrases that is a German slang phrase that you wouldn't use in a formal essay is einfach blöd. When something is really, really wrong, really, really bad, they say einfach blöd. But this is a slang word. Don't use it in a formal letter. Next thing that I'm noticing all over Germany, what they do, like in English we have this phrase, it's a beautiful weather outside, isn't it? So this isn't it. In German, they say ne. Das Wetter ist sehr schön, ne? So in München, they would say ne. When I was studying in Dresden, they would say it in a little different way. They would say nö. So it depends on where you are in Germany, but this is really common. And again, this is something you would use in a spoken language. Another thing that my teacher explained to me today is the phrase called Eigentlich, schon. I've heard it before. He said this is generte Kritik. For example, the person tells you, but you told me that blah blah blah. Du hast gesagt das blah blah blah. And you no longer have this opinion, and you can say Eigentlich schon, aber. So you're like, yes, I have said that, but something changed. Eigentlich schon. I'm gonna use the mal thing that I've talked about, which is a polite thing. Entschuldigung, darf ich mal Speck probieren? Really good. They didn't let me film inside, but Speck is really, it's like parm ham. And you've heard me asking, you've heard me adding mal, which is really polite. Let's go and learn some more phrases. My teacher taught me some bad words today because I think it's really important to know them so you understand what's going on, what are people talking about. Word number one, Zicke. It's a bitch in German. And you can also make an adjective out of this word. I'm not sure I can pronounce these words and not get demonetized, whatever. You can make an adjective out of this word and you're gonna get zickig, which is bitchy. 6 p.m. Another word. It's not like swearing, it's not a bad word. It's just when you want to describe a girl who's really girly, wearing all pink, you know, blonde. In German, it's Tussi. This is real German that I think you can only learn from native speakers. And if you want to learn German in Germany, my school is called BWS German Lingua. I've studied in Berlin, I've studied in Munich, and the link to book the school will be below. Linguatrip.com is the best way to book a language experience abroad. When you want to emphasize that something is totally boring, totally great, totally awesome. In German, yes, you can say total, total gut, total bescheuert, but you can also say voll, voll gut, voll langweilig. This is another word that strengthens your adjective. If you're talking about searching on internet, yes, you can say suchen im Internet, but in German there is a special word that's a little French, it's a little tough for me to pronounce, recherchieren, too many Achs. Recherchieren is a German word that they use for internet, so im Internet recherchieren. Another phrase, for example, imagine that you're walking with your friend and you're walking to a cafe and it looks like it's closed. So in English we're going to say it looks like it's closed. In German we can say es sieht irgendwie zu aus. Es sieht irgendwie zu aus. It looks like it's closed. Another word that Germans love to add everywhere, the word is eigentlich. Eigentlich schon, eigentlich gut, and they also add it in sentences. Wo ist diese Stadt eigentlich? You can translate it into English as by the way, but really you don't really need to translate it because it doesn't really alter the meaning of the phrase eigentlich. Something that I found out today, and this is very typical for the province that we're in Bayern, and this is south of Germany. I've never heard something like this in Berlin or Dresden, for example. Servus. This is the way you can greet and say goodbye in Bayern, in München, and also in Austria, Österreich, in German. Servus. Hi, tschüss, same meaning. When you want to meet somebody for a coffee, you can say sich auf einen Kaffee treffen, which means that you're meeting somebody for coffee. And the last phrase that I wanted to share with you is Mist. You can say Scheiße, which is shit.
I'm to Scheiße. I'll get off the crapper.
If you translate Mist verbatim, you're gonna get tons of shit or a pile of shit. Yes, you can say Scheiße, but when something is really bad, you can say Mist. Alright guys, this was it. I wish you all to come to Germany at least once in your life to practice your German. In order to come to a school where I'm studying for 2 weeks, you only need $1,000, and that includes the course and accommodation. So use this awesome opportunity to travel and practice your language with native speakers and people from all over the world. So, if you enjoyed this content, please like this video. If you're not yet subscribed to this channel, there's a red button below, hit it now, and I'll see you in the next vlogs. Bye!